to the deep dive. So, if you're teaching English here in Taiwan, maybe in junior high or elementary schools, well, you know the deal. It's a real mission sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Making sure your classroom English is super clear, concise, and really works for all the different levels you've got in one room.
Right.
You want those instructions to land, the concepts to click, without everyone getting tangled up. So today, we're doing a deep dive into something really practical. Dr. A's 3R principle for classroom English.
Okay.
And no, it's not the green reduce, reuse, recycle you might be thinking of.
Right. Different context.
Totally different. These are like powerful language tools to make things smoother in class.
Yeah, and what's great is that Dr. A's ideas, they're not just theory. They come from actual case studies, looking at foreign teachers right here in Taiwan.
Oh, interesting.
The whole point is helping students get the main idea, the concept, without tripping over complicated English. It leads to better learning, more confidence for the kids, and honestly, just smoother teaching for you.
Okay, so that's our mission today. We're going to unpack how using reduce, reuse, and recycle with your English can be like a shortcut to getting more aha moments from your students.
Yeah, those moments are the best.
Right, and just making your lessons flow better. Imagine them getting instructions first time. That's the dream Dr. A is aiming for. All right, let's get into it. First, R, reduce. This one's pretty straightforward, I guess. It's about cutting back.
Yeah, cutting back on unnecessary words, complex vocabulary, making instructions really sharp, instantly clear.
Getting rid of the fluff.
Exactly. And it's kind of fascinating, maybe even a bit counterintuitive, how much confusion just one tricky word can cause.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that look.
Right, the cognitive load that's like the brain effort needed, it shoots up, especially if your goal isn't actually teaching that specific word, but maybe a science concept. Dr. A points out, we often feel we need to sound, professional using textbook terms.
Right, the proper terminology.
Yeah, but that formality can actually block understanding. If the main goal is getting the idea across, not the vocabulary itself, prioritizing that clarity is key.
That makes total sense. Okay, so Dr. A gives an example, right, from a lesson about carnivorous animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine showing a picture, maybe a lion, and asking, what is the feeding habit of this animal?
Okay, sounds pretty standard.
Is it herbivorous or carnivorous? Now, Dr. A says, yeah, those words are correct, professional, but if the kids don't know herbivorous or carnivorous, the lesson just stops dead.
Totally. Blank stares everywhere. And the point was just, what does it eat?
Exactly. So if the core idea is what it eats, Dr. A says, reduce the vocab drastically. Just ask, what does it eat? Simple. Or even more direct, does it eat plants or meat?
Okay. Much more accessible. Gets right to the point.
Right. It clears things up immediately, lets more kids participate, and you don't get sidetracked by vocabulary definitions.
And I liked this bit. For checking they actually get it, you can break it down even more.
Yeah, this is really smart. You can use super simple yes-no questions. Like, point to the lion picture, does it eat plants? Kids, no. Does it eat meat? Kids, yes.
Okay. So they can answer easily in English, just yes or no, and you instantly know if they grasp the core concept, meat eater versus plant eater.
Precisely. Quick check, minimal language barrier. Very efficient.
So, okay, that's subject content. What about instructions? Like starting an activity. That's another place Dr. A says reduce is useful.
Oh, definitely. We often use more words than needed. Like, before we start to try, I want you to make a guess.
It's friendly enough, but maybe a bit wordy.
Yeah, Dr. A shows you can cut that right down.
Oh, sure.
Could be, before we start, make a guess.
Yeah.
Or even shorter, before we start, guess.
Before we start, guess. Okay, that's concise, but does it sound a bit blunt? How do you keep it friendly?
That's a really common worry. Dr. A's advice, it's all in the delivery. Friendly tone, the smile, that nonverbal stuff carries a lot of weight.
Right, the tone makes a big difference.
And if you do want to explicitly add that we're doing this together feel, but keep it short, Dr. A suggests maybe before we start, let's guess. Or even, let's make a guess. Still pretty short.
Okay, let's guess. I like that. And for steps, like first do this, then do that.
Same principle. Reduce redundancy. So instead of maybe first make a guess, then try it.
You could say
first guess, then try. Or even flip it. Guess first, then try. Just stripping out words that aren't essential, especially for younger kids. Makes it a clear path, not a word puzzle.
Okay, so reduce is about cutting back. Makes sense. Then, once you have these lean, clear phrases, the next step is reuse, right?
Exactly. This is about getting the most mileage out of simple, common words and phrases, using them consistently, again and again.
In different situations.
Yeah, across various contexts. It builds familiarity, efficiency. It creates a kind of predictable rhythm for the students. They know what's coming.
And that predictability helps how?
Well, think about that cognitive load again. If they hear the same simple instruction phrase repeatedly, they spend less brain power decoding your English.
And more time actually doing the activity or thinking about the content?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Super important in busy classrooms, especially bilingual ones. Every second counts,
Yeah.
It builds their confidence too, because they understand that instruction.
Okay, example time. Dr. A had one for grouping students, right? Something we all do constantly.
Yeah, a classic one. Instead of something longer like, the two of you form a group. Okay. You are group number 1.
Which takes a bit of time.
Right. Dr. A says, just focus on the key info. You, the number of students, and the group idea. So you could reduce and reuse something like, the two of you in a group.
Okay.
Or even shorter, you two in a group. Use that structure repeatedly.
And Dr. A even suggested, if it's obvious you're making groups, like you just announced it.
Yeah, you can get super efficient.
Yeah.
Maybe just point, you two, with a little circular hand gesture to mean group up.
Wow, okay. Minimal words.
Then for assigning numbers quickly, just reuse the pattern. You two, group 1, you two, group 2, you 3, group 4.
Ah, I see. Super fast, super clear, highly repetitive. The students learn the pattern instantly.
That's the power of reuse. Minimal language, maximum efficiency.
Gotcha. Another example, asking kids to share their work.
Oh yeah, this is a great one. Teachers might say, please share what you write on your worksheet.
Okay, seems fine.
It is fine, but Dr. A points out, technically you should use the past tense. What you wrote.
Ah, grammar complexity.
Exactly. It's a small hurdle, but why add it if the goal isn't grammar practice, but just sharing the content?
So the reuse solution.
Use a universal phrase. Please share what you have.
Please share what you have.
Okay? Think about it. It works for everything. Share what you have written, what you have drawn, what ideas you have, what sounds you have recorded, even what feelings you have. No tense worries.
Wow, okay. That's incredibly versatile. One simple phrase, reused constantly for any kind of sharing. I like that.
It empowers them to share without getting stuck on the English structure. They hear, share what you have, they know what to do, simple.
Okay, reduce cuts the fluff, reuse gets mileage from simple phrases. What's the third about? Recycle, how's that different from reuse?
Good question. Reuse is about using the exact same simple phrase repeatedly. Recycle is more about taking a basic structure or pattern you've established and adapting it slightly for new situations.
Ah, okay, like a template.
Exactly like a template, you create a linguistic framework, like building blocks, that students recognize, and then you just swap out maybe one key word for new content.
So how does that help students?
It builds confidence because the underlying structure feels familiar, even if the topic is new. It makes learning feel more predictable, less scary. They know the shape of the instruction, even if the content inside changes.
Like giving them a familiar map for a new journey.
That's a great way to put it. Very helpful in bilingual settings.
Okay, Dr. A had an example for this too, right? Something about a game.
Yeah, a good and bad actions game for animals, often used with younger elementary kids. The original instruction Dr. A observed was quite long.
Let me guess. Lots of words.
You got it. Something like, if the action is not good for animals, make a cross. If the action is good for animals, make a circle.
Oof. For little kids, that's a lot. Action not good for, make a cross. Good for, make a circle. Lots of new stuff all at once.
Yeah, potential confusion overload.
So how did Dr. A suggest improving that, applying these principles?
Well, first, maybe some scaffolding, especially for younger ones. Briefly explain in Chinese, perhaps. Okay, let's see how people treat animals, just to set the context.
Okay, makes sense.
Then the English.
Then simplify, reduce first. If it's good for the animal, make a circle. If not, make a cross. Better, but still a bit complex.
Still using that if-then structure.
Yep, right. So the ultimate recyclable structure Dr. A developed was this. Break it into two parts. First, ask the question. Is it good for the animal?
Okay, simple question. Then give the conditional action separately. If no, make a cross. If yes, make a circle.
Ah. Is it good for the animal? If no, make a cross. If yes, make a circle. I see. The question stands alone.
Exactly. And that's the key to recycling it.
How so?
Because that structure, simple question, plus if no, action A. If yes, action B can be used for any true, false, or yes, no type activity.
Oh, Right, you just change the question part.
Precisely. You recycle the instructional format, so next time it could be, is it safe to touch? If no, make a cross. If yes, make a circle. Or is it a fruit? If no, X. If yes, O. Or is this a capital letter? If no, X. If yes, O.
Wow, okay, that's really efficient. You teach the format once, and then you can plug in all sorts of content using the same simple, predictable structure.
That's recycling in action. Building patterns students can rely on, making new content feel less intimidating.
Okay, so bringing it all together, reduce, reuse, recycle. What's the big takeaway for teachers listening working here in Taiwan?
Well, I think Dr. A's 3 R's aren't just, abstract linguistic ideas. They're super practical tools.
Yeah, they feel very grounded in the classroom reality here.
Definitely. They directly tackle the challenges foreign teachers face with diverse language levels, working with local colleagues, needing clear communication. They're concrete strategies.
So by consciously cutting back the extra words, reduce, using those simple, effective phrases over and over, reuse,
Right.
and adapting familiar instruction patterns for new topics, recycle.
Yeah.
You basically make English less of a hurdle and more of a clear path to actually learning the subject matter.
Exactly. It's about empowering the students, helping them understand, helping them express themselves, building their confidence. And honestly, it makes your job easier too. Smoother lessons, less frustration.
Small language tweaks, big impact on understanding.
That's the idea.
Well, hopefully this deep dive into Dr. A's principles gave you some really solid ideas to try out.
Yeah. Hopefully some things you can use tomorrow.
So here's a little challenge for you. Thinking about your next lesson, can you pinpoint one specific phrase, maybe an instruction you often give, where you could apply one of these 3 R's?
Reduce, reuse, or recycle.
Yeah, pick one. And just imagine, how might that one small change maybe spark one of those instant aha moments for your students? It's fascinating how optimizing the language, even slightly, can unlock understanding.
It really can.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into making classroom English really shine. Keep exploring, keep learning.
And keep making those connections with your students.
We'll see you next time.